Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest updates. We start with manager Xavi, of course, talking about his pre-match press conference ahead of the big game tomorrow against Real Madrid. Xavi talks about Vinicius, Araujo, Rafinha, Pedri, Xavi, Dembele ahead of Barcelona versus Real Madrid. We are going to be discussing on everything he had to say in that press conference as we progress. Then to conclude this episode, talking about on-loan winger Ace Abde, as it has been reported that Barca will consider selling the young star only if a big offer comes from Premier League arrive. We are going to be discussing on that as well. So guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Barcelona are ready to lock horns with Real Madrid for the fourth time this season already, as the two parties are set to meet at the Spotify Camp Nou. The Catalans have seen 2 out of the 3 previous results go in their favor, but tomorrow's game could go a long way in, determining the title race in La Liga, true or false. Both coaches come into the game looking for nothing but a win. Xavi also spoke to the media for his pre-game press conference, almost simultaneously as Carlo Ancelotti. On the game, he said, "We will try to have control with the ball. We want to be better than in the Copa del Rey match. Real Madrid have been doing very well lately." On the favorites for tomorrow, he said, "I think it's a 50-50. We have our fans and they will support us, but I think tomorrow's game is 50% for both teams. If we win tomorrow, it will be a very nice victory, very important one. It certainly will not decide the league title enough for me." On Pedri's injury, he said, "These are matches where you need to be at 100%. If the feelings are not good, there is no need to impose anything. It's not a final match and there will still be 12 matches left to play. It is not decisive. We don't want to lose Pedri for another 2 months." On Ronald Araujo vs Vinicius Jr., Xavi said, "Araujo is physically strong and fast. He reads the opponent very well. He's a leader, aggressive, and at a high level centre-back. Vini is also a great player. He has a strong personality, not just Araujo." On Diego Simeone's statement, he said, "One thing is the result, and the other thing is the style. We will never change that. We will always go out, with high pressure, and we want to take possession of the ball. The idea has not changed. Barca won the Champions League 1-0 with a goal from Koeman, and nobody said anything. I don't have to convince anyone." On the Negreira case, he said, "We talked a lot with Laporta. Everything he says goes straight to the press or to the masses. I don't want to talk about it because a lot has already been said. We have to focus on tomorrow's match." On Rafinha, Xavi said, "He is a good footballer. I like him a lot. He knows how to walk and take criticism during bad patches. He has proven a lot already in his first year at Barcelona. I am happy for him. He deserves this." Rafinha is fine. He's calm. We did not talk to him about not being called upon in the national team. I can't interfere with what's happening in the Brazilian national team because it doesn't concern me. On Koundé and Araujo, he said, "We are lucky to have Koundé and Araujo, both of whom can adapt in different positions. Depending on the opposition player, we'll see from where we can get the best out of the ball. It's great that we can switch positions like that." On Dembele Pedri's absence, he said, "We can rise to the best level even in the absence of Pedri and Dembele. We did that before with the absence of Lewandowski and Pedri." On Xavi, he said, "I think it's been a long time since I first heard that Xavi is a butcher. I know where these comments are coming from. We have to protect him. He's training well. It won't go in bad faith for sure." Great was there from our manager Xavi ahead of that crucial encounter against Real Madrid in tomorrow's El Clasico. Of course, we're heading into that game, with some 2 key injuries in Ousmane Dembele and Pedro Gonzalez. But of course, like the fact that Xavi has been optimistic, we have been winning games without some of our key players injured. Lewandowski was injured, and Barca have never lost or even dropped any single point since Lewandowski left or since Lewandowski was injured or suspended for some long, a number of matches, which means that Xavi is really doing well when it comes to the team management to ensure that, the depth of the team is still fine. Even if the injuries come, Barca still keep winning matches, especially in the domestic competition. Tomorrow's game will be a very tough one. Normally for Clasicos, it is difficult to predict, honestly. And Xavi himself said for him it's a 50-50. Of course, as a manager, he will never really try to claim as if Barca are up there, but definitely trying to downplay things and not to put expectations so high. Of course, Real Madrid are second with 9 points gap away from Barca, and Barca will be trying to ensure that it can further widen to 12 points. And that game will be more tough for me because I think Real will also ensure that they are right into the title race, and by doing so, it is a must win for Real Madrid to ensure that they are in the title race. So if they win, it will be 6 point gap with Barcelona. So let's just keep fingers crossed and see how things will go tomorrow. It's a game that I can't wait to see how things go from there. Then on to the next story of discussion. The future of Abde Ezazuli has been a hot topic in Barcelona lately. With the forward enjoying an excellent loan spell at CA Osasuna, he has become a wanted prospect in the market. The likes of Atletico Madrid have been recently linked with a move for Abde Ezazuli, while clubs from the Premier League have taken note of his performances as well. However, according to a report from Mateo Moreto, Atletico Madrid are not in contention to sign Abde. There has been no development between the two parties, despite the fact that the Los Colchoneros are indeed looking to strengthen their ranks in the attacking unit. The report further points out that Ace Abde is more than likely to remain at Barcelona next season, following his explosive performances at Osasuna, coupled with his cameos at the 2022 FIFA World Cup. Barcelona will only consider a potential sale for Abde if any of the Premier League clubs come up with a lucrative offer. Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspur are some of the clubs linked with a move for the young star so far. Barcelona's desire to keep hold of Abde comes against the backdrop of uncertainty surrounding the future of Ansu Fati. The club are unsure of whether or not they should sell or loan out the explosive attacker this summer, but the player has failed to live up to his potential at the Spotify Camp Nou so far. It is also fair to point out that Barca had also lost Memphis Depay in January, which has accentuated the need for a new attacker. Meanwhile, Atletico Madrid, the club that signed Depay in January, are targeting another Barca attacker as well. Apart from Abde, they have been linked with a move of Ferran Torres, who has faced criticism over his lack of productivity in front of goal. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.